tonight on Tard Nation.
Right, so this is an English story. It's happened in the United Kingdom, but it seems to be relevant all across the world. Elizabeth Farragher from Barrow-in-Furness, Cumbria, caused the youngster to suffer extreme pain and distress, leaving the infant with deep muscle scarring and multiple scars, the court was told. In April, the 43-year-old admitted 1 count of cruelty to a person under 16 and 5 counts of administering a poison or noxious substance with intent. She was jailed for 5 years and 10 months at Preston Crown Court in July, but her sentence was increased to 8 years on Friday after her case was referred to the Court of Appeal by the Attorney General's office under the unduly lenient sentence scheme. Lord Justice Edis, sitting with Justice Dove and Mrs. Justice Steyn, described the case as difficult and distressing. Nicholas Hearn for the Attorney General's office told the court Farragher's original sentence did not reflect the cumulative seriousness of the offences and was unduly lenient. A written reference from the AGO to the court said the child was often taken to see medical staff and found to be suffering from infections across the body with fecal organisms present. Doctors could not identify a medical explanation, and the youngster was forced to undergo invasive tests, including a notoriously painful bone marrow extraction. So this first introduction to this article nails a few things. Cruelty to a person, administering a poison or noxious substance with intent, invasive tests, did not reflect the cumulative seriousness of the offences and was unduly lenient. Clinicians later realised the infections had been induced by Farragher helping the child with fecal matter. Farragher joined Friday's hearing via video link, sitting with her head bowed and at no point explaining her actions. Deeply upsetting case. Rosalind Emsley-Smith, representing Farragher, told the court there had been no error in the calculation of her sentence, as the trial judge had taken her vulnerability and fragility into account. At the time of the offence, Farragher would sometimes drink 2 bottles of vodka a day and had struggled to cope with a bereavement, court was told. Lord Justice Edis concluded the sentencing judge was led into error when handing Farragher her unduly lenient jail term. We simply cannot describe this offence of cruelty as anything other than serious, indeed very serious, he said. Solicitor General Michael Tomlinson said, "This was a deeply upsetting case of child cruelty, and it was clear to me that Elizabeth Farragher's shocking actions warranted a stronger prison sentence." So the key thing about this article, and these words are not my words, this is cruelty to a person for administering a poison or noxious substance with intent. These are invasive tests that were performed post fact, and this is seriousness of the offences and was unduly lenient. And this is relative to the initial claim from the Court of Appeal under their leniency scheme, under the unduly lenient sentence scheme. So I don't know when that was introduced into the UK, But this is very demonstrative of something else that helps you. So that's a pretty bad story for today. We'll look into something else in the next story.
Weeps. And the creeps.